asked me for that home with that private mother-in-law suite, its own separate entrance that has a kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom all in one, and also your own side for that single family. I have that for you in today's video, a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home that you're definitely going to want to stick around for. Let's go ahead and get into it. Welcome back to another video. If this is your first time here, a warm welcome to you. I'm Wendy Quinones, your host and dedicated real estate advisor, bringing you the best deals here in Central Florida. And if this is something of interest to you, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of my weekly videos. We're going to start the tour with this side of the home, where it's going to feature 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a den, and vaulted ceilings, and this would be your entrance for that in-law suite. But we're gonna go ahead and get into that in the end of the video. Walking into the home, automatically you can already feel how grand it is when you walk in here. You're gonna have the tall ceilings. They're about, I wanna say maybe 12, 14 feet. You're gonna have that entrance to the 2-car garage here. This is where your AC handler is at. And then we're gonna have an actual foyer area in this floor plan. So continuing down the hall, first, we're gonna have our hallway. So we're gonna go ahead and step over into this hallway. This is where we're gonna have the 2 bedrooms and that bath. So first, we're gonna see this bathroom that features quartz countertops, white cabinets, and you do have that standard shower tub combination with tiles going almost very close to the top of it in your standard size bathroom. Directly in front, we are going to have the laundry room, which does come with the washer and dryer included. This home currently is a move-in ready option, but we are continuously building. So the builder, this is a new community, they're building floor plans here. And if you want different areas here in Polk County, we also have this floor plan in other cities. So like Haines City, maybe Winter Haven. Right now, this is Davenport. We're gonna have this floor plan here. You're gonna have your standard rack. And then in this case, at the end of the hallway, we're gonna have our 2 bedrooms. So we're gonna go ahead and step into the first bedroom. You have luxury vinyl plank flooring throughout the home, and in the bedrooms, you're gonna have that carpet. Again, as you can see, we have pretty decent sized ceilings. They are a little bit slanted since the home is vaulted in itself. You do have a pretty decent sized closet space, and then you have that window that's facing the side of the home. Now, right next to it, we have that second bedroom, somewhat a little bit bigger in size, but almost the same size. You're gonna have the same closet here. Again, kind of like slanted ceiling, so it gives it a much grander feel. Can definitely fit a queen size bed in this room with your dresser very comfortably. And just so you have an idea of the closet space in itself, we do have the French doors, and just to give you guys a perspective, I can't touch either side. I would have to kind of extend on both sides of the wall. Now we're gonna go ahead and step into the social area so you can see the heart of the home. All right, now from this hallway, we kind of come into that foyer area, but continuing on, we're gonna go ahead and go into that social area, an open concept floor plan. This would be your living space. You have a huge wall on this side to go ahead and put your TV, plenty of space to put a couch. And as I said, you have the vaulted ceilings. In this part of the home, I want to say they're about 14 feet tall. So that gives you a lot of structural upgrades in the sense of builders and what you're getting. Over here is where your living or your dining area would be, You're gonna have the double windows. You can put your table this way. If you want a circular one, you can also do that as well, but definitely have a lot of space in that social area. The blinds do come included with this builder, with this floor plan. And then when we step into the kitchen, the first thing you're going to notice is, of course, that large island space with the quartz countertop. You can easily fit 4 seats over here. The appliances do come included, so you're going to have the refrigerator, the stove, the microwave, and you're also gonna have the dishwasher over to this side with additional cabinet storage over here. And speaking of storage space, you have plenty of cabinets throughout the home, your coffee station, and then you also have a pantry, which actually gives us a lot of space in that area. Sometimes you might get a little tiny one, but not in this floor plan. Now, as I said, with this home, in the main part of the home, you're gonna have 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plus that den area. So if you work from home, or maybe you were looking for a prayer room or a yoga studio, dance studio, whatever the case is, you are going to have that. And they do have French doors, so you already have that included. You don't have to go ahead and do that after closing. You'll have that already done with the floor plan, and this is standard. So as you see the home, it's how it's going to come. The only thing that might change are like your flooring colors, your cabinet colors, and potentially what countertops you have, but everything else will stay the same. And that's a pretty decent size as far as a flex space go. And then we do have that lanai area here, which we'll get into in a minute. First, I'm going to take you guys into that primary bedroom so you can have an idea of what is being offered as far as the primary bedroom. Now, again, carpet in the bedroom. You do have the space to fit a king size bed over on this side with your 2 nightstands. You get 2 pretty large windows over here, and there's wiring set up. So if you choose to have a TV in your bedroom, you have that set up over here. And then there's a little bit of space over here if you want to put like a tall dresser, but definitely a great size home, especially for somebody who wants something maybe not too big, not too small, first-time home buyer, investor, different things. Now, stepping into the primary bathroom, first you're going to have your private toilet, a plus for a lot of us, especially from up north, because I hear you don't have those up there. You're going to have a walk-in closet, and in this case you do get that double sink vanity with the white cabinets and the quart countertops. And then in this case you get that shower tub combination. Now, one of the pluses is that they did it kind of like a drop-in or a step-in. So if you're somebody who has a family member who has a wheelchair or can't step up or anything, you have this, so it shouldn't give you any issues. They do have the shower rod included, so you can go ahead and put a curtain, or if you're somebody who prefers to add a door later on, you can go ahead and do that. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna see what you get offered in your backyard and with that lanai. Now, of course, this floor plan has to offer us a pretty decent size covered lanai, porch, whatever you want to call it. And in this case, we are offered that with privacy on each side. So you can go ahead and screen this in if that's something of your preference. And it still gives you enough space in your backyard if you choose to go ahead and put up a fence. Now, this one backs up to a neighbor. We do have lots that will back up to nobody, but in the sense that it does back up to a neighbor, you're gonna have a fence between you guys. So all you would have to do is fence up in the side. So you're gonna have that available. Still plenty of space back here to go ahead and fit a trampoline or anything that you need. Your kids can still play out in the backyard. You're not losing out on that yard space. Now, but you're gonna be able to enjoy those weekend barbecues with your couch, with your TV, and everything that us Floridians do here during our summer months. Now let's go ahead and see that mother-in-law suite, because I know that's what you're waiting for. Whew. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at this mother-in-law suite. Now, as I said, with this in-law suite, you're gonna have 2 separate entrances. So this is the entrance for the actual mother-in-law suite. And once you arrive into the home, you're gonna notice that we do have a living space. You're gonna have these 2 windows that are bringing in that natural light, and this is facing the front of the home. Now, this floor plan, I actually like how they set up this mother-in-law suite. This door here is what takes you into the main home. And if you choose to rent this out, or maybe you have a teenager or somebody who wants their own privacy, you can deadbolt this here. Over here you have a little space where you can maybe put a 2-seater table or maybe something like really small there. You do have a space here for the refrigerator. That does not come included, but that's something that we can negotiate with the builder, or that's something that you can always try to get outside after closing. It probably will be cheaper if we did it that route. And then through this door, we are going to have that washer and dryer. It does not come included with the mother-in-law suite part of the home, but we can buy those stackable ones and we'll have no issues. Now, as I said, in this home, you do get that kitchenette. So you can see you get pretty decent space as far as the cabinets go. You have a little dishwasher here as well. And then if you wanted to rent this out, you can maybe put like a cooktop here. The person can come and bring their own coffee maker, and then you can just install a microwave or put it here on the counter. You are going to have that private bathroom and that private bedroom. So right here behind me, we are going to have that bedroom. Now, it does keep the same concept as the main part of the home. So you're going to have the LVP flooring in the main areas, and then the bedrooms are going to have that carpet. As you see, we have that carpet space here. Again, we do have those kind of like bolted ceilings in this case. You have a pretty similar size closet in this room as well. And you can also fit that queen size bed here with the TV and the dresser over to this side for that person to have their own space. And then of course, as I said, we do have that bathroom. So through this door, we have its own bathroom. So they literally have no reason to go into your home unless they are, somebody who is an actual family member and you want them to go inside, like a mother-in-law, father-in-law, grandparents, something of the sort. You're gonna have the same finishes as we did in the bathrooms inside. So it's that quartz countertop with the white cabinets, and then in this case you have also that standing shower, which works perfectly, especially if it's your grandparents who are living with you, they're older, or maybe they can't get into the tub. You're gonna have that standing shower for them to be able to get in with absolutely no issues. Now let's go ahead and talk about the finances and what you can get this home here in Davenport for. Well, we have made it to the end of this multi-gen mother-in-law home. Definitely a lot of phrases out there as far as this floor plan. Now, the floor plan is 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2292 square feet with a 2-car garage where you're gonna have 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and that flex space in the main part of the home, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, a kitchenette, and a living space in that separate mother-in-law area or next gen section of the home. Now the pricing of this home here in Davenport is $426,000 if you are buying that move-in ready home. Now there is an HOA of $54 a month, including your internet, and you're gonna have a CDD of $29.30 a year, and that's gonna include the resort style pool, all the amenities, your dog parks, your walking trails, the playground, and everything that the community in itself offers. Now, if you have questions about the community and what floor plans or anything in regards to this floor plan, make sure that you schedule that consultation with me so we can go ahead and go in more details about this specific community. Now, as far as incentives and what this builder is offering us, we're getting $15,000 for our closing costs, a 4.75% interest rate for VA and FHA buyers for that 30 years locked in. And if you choose to buy this home with a conventional loan or as a conventional loan, you'll get a 5.25% interest rate, which is amazing for conventional, and that is going to be locked in for 30 years. Now I'm going to have the estimated payments for you guys in the description, so make sure and take a look at that if you have any questions in regards to that. And now when you're ready to win in real estate, remember to win with Wendeley.